It's Daniel from UK Football Reviews, and I have an interesting comparison between the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5s and the Hypervenom 3's dynamic fit collar. And so going on to the dynamic fit collar, they are different. The Superfly one is slightly higher and will go up to a little bit higher on your ankle if you prefer a little bit more protection. But onto the Hypervenom's collar, it's slightly lower and slightly angled. I'm not too sure why they've did that, because generally dynamic fit collar is supposed to be for, in my opinion, for a little bit more lockdown and a little bit more protection against the ankle scrapes. And of course on the outside of the boot you're more likely to get one. So a bit unusual decision, and it seems as though there's a little bit more padding on the side, which is always good. Always enjoy a little bit of padding, and to be honest, the weight saved from not having it there is probably not worth it, purely because boots are so light these days. Then going on to the upper themselves, they both feature a knitted upper. Nike saying that for the Hypervenom, it says it's a fly knit upper, and I believe so with the Superflies. They both feature all conditions control, and probably the main difference is these little injected moulded scales, which supposedly firm up when you strike the ball, which in my opinion I don't believe this will happen. It's just for a little bit extra padding and relieve some of the sensation from what you would get with the ball, which is not what you really want with a very expensive boot, because in my opinion you just want a very thin upper that you can feel everything, every little touch, so you know where the ball is and where you're striking it. And of course the Superfly features a super thin upper, which is probably my preferred upper out of the two. But from straight out of the box, what you're going to find is that both of them feel very nice straight out of the box, and with the Hypervenom, I believe it has a slight edge because it's less tight around the forefoot area. So if you're wide-footed, you may want to go for the Hypervenoms, purely because you're going to find them a little bit more comfy straight out of the box. And of course, when you wear them in, they're going to be even more comfy. Going on to the sole plates, you're going to find a much more aggressive sole plate on the Superfly, because these are mainly designed for, I believe, the strikers of the football world and possibly the wingers, purely because you're going to find that acceleration is more than likely better due to the studs pattern being a lot more aggressive, as you can tell, and there are no conical studs on the Superfly, which probably means turning is a little more harder, but with all boots, turning is pretty easy. Then onto the Hypervenoms, you're going to see a few conical studs for probably the midfield player who needs to hold up the ball and can turn quickly, and a few aggressive ones. Therefore, you're going to have a little bit more traction when accelerating. Let's say if you're going into the box for a quick counter attack. Going on to the lacing system, the Hypervenoms feature little hooks which hook into the flywire internally cabled in the boot, which is very clever. One of my favourite features, because it makes the boot a lot more tighter to your foot, and will probably increase the sensation that you'll get from the ball, purely because when you have a tighter boot, you're going to find that striking the ball is a lot more, you're going to find that there's a lot more sensation, and of course you're going to know where it's going to be placed. Whereas on the Superfly, it's exactly the same from all Superfly models, where it's been embedded into the actual upper itself, and that's for the Superfly 5s and Superfly 4s. They've had these now. Not complaining, the lockdown is pretty good on these, so you can't really complain if you had either of these. So in terms of sizing, these are 8.5 and size 9. They both fit me really well. So if you are going to go for a pair of Superflies, you may well want to go for a size, half a size up from what you normally are in Nike. And I think that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you could like, I really appreciate it. And if you want more content, then please subscribe. And yeah, take care guys.